Hello again, boys and girls. Right, you think we're going to do religion because you see Mary. Well, that was a good guess, but I'm actually using her prop for math. We're going to continue talking about measurement. Okay, in the beginning, when we introduced measurement, we were talking about big and small and larger. Okay, and then yesterday we got more specific in size, talking about the word length. And remember, length tells us how long something is. And usually when you're talking about length, how long something is, you are talking about something that is horizontal. So today we're going to talk about height. Height tells us how high or how tall something is. Before we do some comparisons with different items, I'm going to read you a story called Taller Than Molly. Taller than Molly. There's Molly. And now remember, we're talking about height, how high or how tall something is. The balloon is taller than Molly. What kind of balloon do you think is taller than Molly? Right, a hot air balloon. The tree is taller than Molly. The slide is taller than Molly. The sign is taller than Molly. So these are all things that are vertical. And Molly's standing on the ground, and so are those items. The light post is taller than Molly. The flagpole is taller than Molly. Now, Molly is taller than the balloon. What do you think happened? Right, it deflated. So today we're going to talk about height. And height tells us how high or how tall something is. We're going to be comparing height to see which is taller and which is shorter. Now we used the word shorter yesterday as well when we talked about length. We used the words longer and shorter. And if there were three items, we had maybe long, longer, and then longest. So today we're going to talk about tall, taller, and tallest. But if there's two items, we'll say tallest and shortest. But again, remember, when you're comparing, they have to be lined up at the ends. That was when we did horizontal. Today we're going to do vertical. So that means the items need to be standing on the same base to see how high or how tall they compare to each other. So we'll start comparing height with two items. Say height. Now say height tells us how high or how tall something is. Every time you go to the doctor for your yearly checkup, I'm sure he measures your height. And does he have you stand on a chair? No, you stand on the floor. So he measures you from the bottom to the top of you, vertically, not lying down. Okay, so we'll start with two items. Here I have two angel figurines. You know what? Hold on. Let me get a block to put them on my hands for you. Whoops. There goes one. Here, look at the block. All right, it's a good thing I'm in the basement with all this stuff, huh? Okay. Right, because we can't lay one on its side and one standing, because then we would not be able to measure their height, to compare their height. Okay, let's take a look. They're both on the base, standing vertically. Okay, which one is taller? Right, the one with the wings holding the apple is taller, and this one is shorter. Very good. Okay, let's take, so you see that similar items, when you compare, can be taller and shorter. These are similar items, toilet paper, a roll of toilet paper, and a roll of paper towels. Which one is shorter? And see, we're measuring height, going up vertically, from the bottom up. Okay, so the toilet paper is shorter than the paper towels. It has more height. You can see it goes up further. It goes past the toilet paper. Okay, we'll use Mary. Can you guys see Mary? I don't want to. All right. I have two Marys. Let's make sure you can see them. Okay, you can see them. Okay. Are they the same height? No. If they were the same height, right, they would fit right next to each other. Which one is taller, the blue one or the pink one? Right. The blue Mary is taller than the pink Mary. And we can say the pink Mary is shorter than the blue Mary. So we are comparing height. Which one is taller? Height tells us how high something is. Thank you, Marys. Okay, I have two umbrellas. Now, do I want to do this way? I could compare their length as well, but since we're talking about height, how high or tall something is, I'm going to do it this way. There's one umbrella. Here's another umbrella. They are similar items. Are they the same height? No. One is taller. Which one is taller? The blue and yellow or the black? Right, the blue and yellow is taller. It has more height than the black umbrella. Two walking sticks. Now these are too tall, both of them, for me to put on the table, but I know you can see them. And they are on the ground. Okay, two walking sticks. This one is handmade. Mr. Pat made me this walking stick. And then this is a store-bought one. They're both on the ground. Are they the same height? They're not. Right. Which one is shorter? Right, the black one is shorter than the brown one. The brown one is taller than the black one. Okay, and we can see, because there's just more space left here. So the brown one has greater height. Okay, I have two golf clubs. Two golf clubs. They're two different kinds of golf clubs. For different, I don't play golf. For a different type of hit, I suppose. Okay, I'm going to put them on the ground and we're going to compare their height to see which is taller and which is shorter. Because height tells us how high or how tall something is. So they're both on the ground. You see? Maybe I can put them on the table. Oh, it just makes it. Okay. Can you see which one is taller? Like the one with the black handle is taller. The one with the brown handle is shorter. Or we could say the one with the brown handle is shorter than the one with the black handle. Okay, now we'll compare three. I have three wooden sticks here. And they're all going to be on the floor, so look carefully, because one will not fit on the table. Okay. So right now they're in size order. So we would go tall, taller, tallest. See the extra space? That's how you can tell. It has more height. It is taller. Okay? If I only have two, I would say taller and shorter. But if we're comparing with three, we have to say tall, taller, tallest. What are we learning about today? Height. Height tells us how high or how tall something is. Good. Okay. Here on the table, I have three little doggy figurines. Very similar, but different heights. Which one is the tallest? Can you see them? Yes. Which one is the tallest? Right, the one in the middle is the tallest. Which is the shortest? He is the shortest. Okay, let's put them in size order. Tallest first. Tallest. taller, and tall. So we could say tall, taller, tallest. This, he is the tallest, he has the greatest height. If I take one away, now we can say tall, short, or shorter, taller. And I have 3 water bottles. Are they inside? Are they the same height? From the bottom up, from the ground up, are they the same height? They are not. Which is the tallest? Right, this one. Which is the shortest? Right, this one. We could say tall, taller, tallest. Okay, let's put them in size order. Let's do smallest first, shortest first. Shortest, tallest. Are they in size order now? Yes. But if we only have 2, we can say taller, shorter. So height tells us how high or how tall something is. Okay, if we were in school, Miss Sweeney would measure all of you on the height chart so that we could compare each other's height. And we would all have to be standing on the ground because when you're comparing, they have to be lined up perfectly. So let me show you. We don't want to do it like this. Right? Can we compare that way? No. They both have to be at the same level, same base. So we can see, if there's extra space, we know that one is taller than the other. Okay, so today you're going to compare height. Yesterday you compared length. Remember, what does length tell us? Length tells us how long something is, and height tells us how high or how tall something is. Okay, if you're ever in New York City, you see there are a lot of tall buildings, right? You look from the ground up vertically. Okay, so today we're going to do 1 page in your book talking about taller and shorter. And then on this page you're going to compare 4 items and X the shortest and circle the tallest. And here's a little tip for you too. When you're comparing, if there's some of them that are very close in size, you could find the one that maybe is the tallest and make a line straight across, and that's how you can see. So make yourself like a measuring frame. Okay, and then you're going to do something similar to what you did yesterday with length. You ordered them in length. You're going to order the giraffes, shortest to tallest. And then you'll do it with the people in the family. You cut them out and then paste them here under the tree. Which one do you think should go just below the tree so that his head doesn't hit the tree? Right, the shortest one. So go shortest and then tall, taller, tallest, okay? And then tomorrow we're going to start measuring, taking measurements, okay? So now you know large and small, big and small, length, so you know longer and shorter, and you know taller and tallest and shorter. Length tells us how long something is, and height tells us how high something is. Okay, I'll see you in a little while for religion.